law enforcement's response to a violent white nationalist rally in Virginia last summer failed on multiple fronts, leading to deep distrust of government in the Charlottesville community, an independent review released Friday found. December 1, Charlottesville, VA. AP, an independent report that found serious police and government failures in responding to violence at a white nationalist rally in Charlottesville this summer, also accuses police agencies of putting up roadblocks to the investigation. The report released Friday by former U.S. Attorney Tim Heaphy said Virginia State Police refused to make commanders on the ground at the August 12 rally available for interviews or to provide most documents requested. It also said Charlottesville Police Chief Al Thomas deleted relevant text messages and made officers fearful of retaliation for speaking with investigators. Thomas' lawyer denied texts were deleted. He spoke at a news conference in which community activists peppered Heaphy with questions and shouted at Thomas, illustrating the deep distrust between some of Charlottesville's citizens and law enforcement after white nationalists descended on the Virginia city over its decision to remove a Confederate monument. "We are a community divided. We are still a community in crisis," Thomas said. The report's findings come a little over 3 months after the rally, which was believed to be the largest gathering of white nationalists in at least a decade. Street fights erupted between white nationalists and counter-demonstrators before the event officially began, and the brawling lasted nearly an hour in view of officers until authorities forced the crowd to disband. Caption close later, as counter-demonstrators were peacefully marching downtown, a car drove into the crowd, killing 32-year-old Heather Heyer and injuring many more. Heaphy's report was sharply critical of Thomas' response as the violence began to escalate that day. According to the report, as brawling first broke out, Thomas said, "Let them fight, it will make it easier to declare an unlawful assembly." Thomas did not recall making that statement, which was cited in accounts by 2 other police employees, though he confirmed he waited to see how things played out before declaring an unlawful assembly, the report said. Chief Thomas' slow-footed response to violence put the safety of all at risk and created indelible images of this chaotic event, it said. The report also said Thomas initially tried to limit access to certain information by directing subordinates not to answer certain questions. And it said Thomas and other Charlottesville Police Command staff deleted text messages relevant to the investigation. Kevin Martingale, an attorney for Thomas, said the chief disputes that. Heaphy, now in private law practice, said he eventually got the information needed from city police, but that wasn't the case with Virginia State Police. Virginia's Secretary of Public Safety and Homeland Security Brian Moran was initially willing to cooperate, Heaphy said, but Moran's office later invoked executive privilege over certain information amid concerns about possible litigation against the state. State police allowed Heaphy's team to interview the agency's leader and 2 troopers not present August